This is Debbie. I'm going to show you my garden. This is my little bird bath that I painted. And I want to show you my sunflowers. This is my little pink and teal bed. People think I'm crazy, but I don't care. This is my asparagus bed. I have gotten a ton of asparagus out of, ooh, there's some more. And then over here I've got my thyme. I've got my Turk's cap. Got a big old rosemary bush. I've got some, I'm not sure what these little blue flowers are. People keep telling me they're bachelor buttons. Them ain't bachelor buttons. I've seen bachelor buttons. I got a little lone zinnia over here. This is my newest acquisition. This is a white iris. I was so excited to get that. I see them coming up next door, over across the street. In 1963, when we moved here, my daddy dug those up at an old farmstead and gave them some to the lady across the street and some to Mama. Well, all the mamas have died, but the ones across the street are still growing. And I talked to the man and he let me have some, so I'm so excited. This bed here needs some work. My daylilies just got done blooming and my tiger lilies just got done, and all of these are purple irises. These are my little bulbs I got from the Dollar Tree. Everybody kept telling me they wouldn't grow, but they're growing. Over here I've got, oh, they're getting big. I planted some patty pan squash. Now I bought them seeds several years ago. And nothing ever came of them. And I had about 6 seeds left that I found. I threw them in the ground and they have come up. That's my front yard garden. Let me show you my backyard. I guess this is, I guess it's what you'd call a container garden or a cottage garden. Now the fence around it is not very attractive. That's deer netting. So far it seems to be doing its job. These are Confederate lilies. I had a little lady came into the beauty shop and got a perm one day, and I drove her home and picked her up. These are my tomatoes I planted from seed this year. This is a ginger plant that my brother-in-law planted. There's a rose. Anyway, this little lady, I gave her a ride to the shop and I gave her a ride home, and she dug up this little Confederate lily and gave me a piece, and I planted it out in front of my mobile home, and the darn thing took off. And when I moved, I dug them up, and there was just dozens of them, and I've given them away to people. And anyway, I've got tons of them. These are some moss roses I planted. This is my little purple petunia that I planted. These are my jalapeno peppers. Some more tomatoes. I have, there are some little petunias. That's where I buried my little Jose. Over here in this wading pool, I have got cucumbers and marigolds coming up. And there's some more of the tomatoes. I planted the seeds probably in December. I think I've got a total of 30 of them coming up. There's 2 more of those tomato plants. Those aren't doing as well. These are radishes, and 2 more little tomato plants. There's something got a hold of those. I sprayed it this morning with some pepper spray. Hopefully that'll, ooh, there's a big old wasp in there. That was the most beautiful basil and dill. And something has gotten in there and just destroyed it. And I think it might be slugs. I put some slug bait in there today. There's 2 more little tomatoes. There's some more sunflowers. They haven't bloomed yet, but they're not far from it. And over here is my big rosemary. Here's some more tomatoes. I think there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 in there. There's way too many in there, but well, too late now. There's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in there, and in the middle, that is either a cucumber or a butternut squash. I'm hoping it's a butternut squash. And yes, I know that that's too dadgum many plants in there, but what are you gonna do? And this, I'm kind of excited about this. I saw a lady on YouTube out in California has got a tub garden, and it looks like it'd be something easy for me to do. I planted some beans in here. Only 2 of them came up. Planted beans in here and only 1 came up. These are lemon cucumbers. I'm excited to see how those turn out. They're small, round like a lemon. They look like a lemon, but they're cucumbers. I just started filling these up. And this is an in-ground garden, more or less. I've dug this thing up for 3 years in a row, and I just can't get on top of that Bermuda grass. This is a friend of mine came over, was gonna get some of these deer, and I told him, plant some tomatoes out there, they'll come. And he's planted about 20 tomatoes out here, and they've eaten every one of them except for this one. And let's see, there's 1, 2, 3, 4 of them out there. I planted some little okras, and they're coming up. I just planted those the day before yesterday, and they're coming up. I'm kind of excited to get some okra. I just decided to hell with it and stuck them in the ground. And you know, I think what I'm gonna do is get me a bale of hay and just mulch right over that stupid grass real thick. You know, you make little holes where the plants are. And anyway, these are my big tubs that my brother-in-law brought. He's awesome. That's my little garden cart in the way there. And anyway, this is my patio. It used to be a building. Sister-in-law brought me some tubs to plant in. Anyway, it used to be a building, and we tore it down, and that concrete foundation was there, so I made me a patio. I put this trellis up around 2 corners because this rose, when I was 16, I moved, I'm 65 now, but when I was 16, I moved into this old house in town, and it had this rose grow it. And my younger sister planted a piece of it out here, and the darn thing, I don't water it, I don't do anything. The darn thing, you cannot kill it. It's a Vining rose, and it has smell. I guess it's what you call an antique rose now, but it's beautiful when it blooms. It's just covered in pink blooms. They're little tiny pink blooms with a little red edge on them. And my sister-in-law brought me this huge monster tub here, and I'm excited to get something in that. I just filled up that big pot, and I'm gonna put some beans in there, I think. I planted a bunch of okra over here. I'm digging out this end and putting it in the cart because there's clay down on this end. So I'm digging that clay out, and I'm going to put some of that good topsoil out there under the trees in there. My trees have got, I got about 5 or 6 inches of leaf mold under them trees, and it makes excellent potting soil. So I've got like an endless supply. That's what I've been filling all my tubs with. I rake up all these leaves and twiggy stuff that falls out of these oak trees, and those I put in the bottom, fill them up about half full, and then top them off with the, here's another tub she gave me. But anyway, I've got that good soil. And anyway, this is my little I guess you'd call it a cottage garden or patio garden. I don't know. I'm just starting it, so I'm kind of anxious to see. That is a bottle tree. My brother-in-law made that for me and put it out there. I'm not a drinker, so I don't have any bottles to put on it. I got on Facebook and told if there was any drunks out there to please send me some bottles. I doubt I'm gonna get any though. But anyway, thanks for watching. God bless.